This is honestly a quickie video. Something that's dawned on me about triplets. You know the 900 Bonham Triplets videos I have? Well, this is important. Whether you're learning at the left-hand lead or the right-hand lead, remember I naturally do it left-hand lead, so I do it better that way. Bonham happened to do it that way too. I always heard him do it and just did it. I do a couple things lefty if I ever play hockey. Anyway, I've said that in other videos. But what you want to do when Bonham does those, that type of stuff, he really, at least in the early days, would really accent his left hand. Or at the very least, it wasn't at the same dynamic. And that's really good, especially for me, because my left hand is really trying to iron it out. But you get that, even though I naturally lead with the left, I don't necessarily, it didn't come natural to me to accent with the left, okay? I mean, you hear that. Bonham does that. And when he did that back in the day, that left really came down. Okay, now what I'm doing there is just, I had that in my other triplet videos, and then you can put 2 bass drums at the end if you want. Okay, but you really got that, you really got to get that left hand, when it starts first, accent it. So if I added, me personally, those 2 notes on the bass drum, instead of just one, with one I can accent real easy. But if I had the 2, I find it a little harder to accent as much. But anyway, as years went by in Bonhamburg, when I'd watch him or you'd watch the stuff, when he'd really get to later on doing the triplets, like you really do hear him hitting it harder earlier, right? Like a Moby Dick. It sounds like it's a lot harder. By the time the mid-70s roll around, he's really got it even. I don't know if he just decided to play it more even, or if he originally just learned he only could do his left hand louder. But my point of the video is just to try to practice. Either way you play it, accent, have the ability, it'll give you some control. It's a good just technical exercise, just to accent the first note. Okay? And remember, if you are a righty, most righties, remember, lead with the right hand. I don't. I've had to work on that a lot. Watch my triplets video and isolate the corners, right? But if you really want to get down, especially the left-hand lead, because sonically it will sound a certain way, the way the drum kit's set up, okay? Within the left-hand realm, the snare and the tom are really comfortable. Instead of like, do you know what I'm saying? It's just easier set up that way. And by the grace of God, I just happen to learn it that way. So you can practice it then without the bass drum. Like I'm really trying to accent the you-know-what out of my left hand. And the bass drum, the double bass drum, that's a very good point, okay, just to do. And another thing is, too, you can also, a quick aside in this video, is reverse that pattern. Instead of going, you can go, time. Remember he did that cool stuff like... He essentially, that riff, he'd do that a lot, I think. Okay? If you think about it. Remember like in the Days Confused? Like that little digga-digga-da. I think it would just be straight up here with the like 16th notes. So, except if you alternate, it sounds more Bonham-y, like it does in those songs. So anyway, that's what you want to do. Back to the original point, really accent the hand you're leading with. So if you already play with your right hand, just really try and see if you are accenting that higher, if you really want to kind of sound like Bonham old days. But if a lefty, and I naturally play a lefty like I said, but I've had to work really hard on really getting those accents with my left hand. Where it really sounds good, if you don't really accent the left hand and, the big Bonham, you really got to hit in that one. Now that's in another one of my videos. But it's that he does it at the end of Moby Dick Live and stuff. See, now I have my right, left, backward. My brain. But anyway, so see what he does there. If you want this pattern, go back to my triplet videos. That's all left hand lead. Okay, that helps though. When you do that, it gets really Bonham-y when you get that loud left, like that kind of like almost out of control. Like, well, for me out of control because I have such a bad left hand. But I gotta be careful. I'm a little afraid to do it because I sometimes smack my leg or arm with this stick, and it hurts like hell. Okay, so, like where I'm a little nervous to do it is smack the floor tom because I'm afraid I'm gonna smack my leg. You got to get your right hand out of the way. So, hang on. I did the 1973 version. You can see him go. You can kind of see him. Not fake it, but later on he played. Back to the original. Now see how choppy that was? God, you gotta practice it in the context. Should sound just like that. Like clean. But to be totally honest, at the end of Days Confused studio version, he fudges it a little. Check it out. He's only human. God love him. So, but with that left hand really going. So I'll get the hi-hat out. Hang on. Smack hard. I'm kind of losing the ability as I play faster to hit it really hard with the left. And I just hit my finger against my knee. Hang on. Here's hard without crossing over. And the way I would normally play it is not really accent with the left. Okay, so that's without the left-handed accent. But getting the left louder, hear how it's more Dazed Confused ending. It's really that left accent. Now I'm obsessive compulsive, so I want to nail that from the the song. Yes, okay? So get that accent in with your hand that leads. Thanks, more videos on the way.